Before we close, I will be concluding now, and I will talk about export readiness. If there is one thing I will recommend that any business that is, if you are into manufacturing of any sort, one thing I will recommend you do today, you consider giving a thought, is exporting. If you are an importer and you have to pay in forex, one thing I will recommend you consider doing today is to consider exporting. If for any reason you need to pay for services in forex, what I will consider you do to recommend you consider doing today is to consider exporting. However, before you go into exportation, please ensure that you are export ready. Let me show you the process of exporting. Number one, you prepare to export. How do you prepare to export? You get the necessary knowledge and information. The necessary knowledge and information. This can be in form of export. This can be in form of what I would call mentoring. This can be in form of mentoring. This can be in form of mentoring. I will strongly recommend. I will strongly recommend you consider export, but you try to get someone that can guide you. There is a free export seminar that is done every week, and I will drop a link in the chat that you can use to join that export webinar every week. Every week, you can join a free export webinar every week on Zoom like this. Getting knowledge on how to export is sine qua non, highly indispensable. Is highly indispensable in export business transaction. Is highly indispensable in export business transaction. And the reason it's highly indispensable is because if you do not get that knowledge, it will show up somewhere in future. If you do not get that knowledge, it will show up somewhere in future. Preparation. When you have been able to prepare adequately, you will know exactly what to do to promote. When you promote effectively, then you will be able to get a purchase order, a contract, negotiate pricing, and sign an agreement. Then you can go and procure the product or produce the product if you are a manufacturer, package and label the product, do your pre-export documentation, do port clearance and inspection, do your post-export documentation, port-to-port shipment happen, you present document to the buyer or a bank, document released by the buyer, clearing is done at destination, and payment is made. You see, from promotion down is automated if preparation is well done. What is export readiness? It's a multifaceted concept that involves the ability of a company to successfully enter the export market, sustainably compete in the market, and significantly grow its market share until it becomes established in the market. What are the evidence of lack of export readiness? Delay in getting buyer, delay in getting product, delay in shipment, incessant delay. Demurrage is an evidence. Demurrage is the fee paid for the usage of container beyond the free period while the container is in the custody of shipping line. Demurrage is an evidence of lack of export readiness. Discrepancy is an evidence of lack of export readiness. Defect in the good is an evidence of lack of export readiness. Death of knowledge is an evidence of lack of export readiness. Death, loss is an evidence of lack of export readiness. Drop out of the business is an evidence of lack of export readiness. It's an evidence of lack of export readiness. Someone said, what's the procedure for registering export business? All you need is a limited liability company. Limited liability company. And export must be one of the objectives of the business. All you need is a limited liability company, and export must be one of the objectives of the business. And with that, you can easily get your export license or export certificate from the Nigerian Export Promotion Council. It costs 13,500. You don't need anybody to get it. Go to their website, Google Nigerian Export Promotion Council. You see their website. Register on the website, fill in the form, upload your document, pay with your card. In 24 hours, you get your certificate. You don't need to know anybody. You don't need to pay anybody. There are 15 export readiness criteria. One is company characteristics, one is capacity of the company, one is country category, the other one is companion. The promoter needs to be ready. The product needs to be ready. The promoter needs to be ready. The product needs to be ready. The pricing needs to be ready. The predisposition of your staff needs to be ready. The purpose of going global must be ready, must be evaluated for readiness. Promotion. Someone said, I want presenter to explain more on promotion. There are different platforms you can use for promotion. Different platform. Maybe in another session of LECTF, we can come and talk about how to find buyers, how to promote your product and find buyers abroad, how to promote your product and find buyers abroad. But you can promote on Instagram, you can promote on Facebook, you can promote on YouTube, you can attend trade fairs. You can decide to contact a buyer and write them directly to promote your product. Yusuf, I hope I've answered your question. So there are different ways you can actually promote. Country, you need to evaluate your understanding of the consumer, the people in the export market, the regulation, documentation requirement, and the potential of your product in the export market. You also need evaluation on the partners and purchasers. You can do free export readiness assessment from this website. Free export readiness assessment. You can do it on that website. Free export readiness assessment. When you do that assessment, you will get a report. The report will grade you. If you score A 90 and above, you are export ready. If you score 90 and above, you are export ready. If you score 90 and above, you are export ready. If you score 70 to 89, you are almost ready. If you are export ready, you can go ahead and start exporting. If you are almost ready, you can start exporting, but go and fix those little area left. But if you are midway to ready, don't start exporting. If you are just starting, preparing to start, if you score 69% and below, please don't start exporting. Go and fix all the issues that have to do with readiness first. If you go ahead and start, some people are always in a hurry. If you go ahead and start exporting immediately, you are going to severely injure yourself, injure your business. Why? Because you're going to lose money. Because evidence suggests there are so many things you don't understand. Before I close, if you want to learn how to find buyer abroad, we have a material called Eureka, I Found Buyers. It shows you how to get prepared to find buyer abroad. It shows how to get online tool to deploy to find buyer abroad. It shows you how to get a list of markets with demand for your product. It shows you how to get a list of importer in that market. It shows you how to get the contact of importer in that market. It shows you how to get the export contract from contact detail you have obtained and how to get a favorable contract terms. If you're also looking for books or manuals on export, Export Business Made Easy is a book on export business operation. Eureka is a book on how to find buyer. Build to Go Global is a book on export readiness. And A to Z of Export Business Financing is a book that shows you how to raise money for your export business. As I close, I would like to say to everyone, in order to be able to survive the impact of this era of VUCA, you know what VUCA is? Era of volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity in global business. Businesses need to understand the payment method and foreign exchange management in order to mitigate country risk, in order to mitigate currency risk, in order to mitigate commercial risk, and thereby making their business transaction a success. Thank you very much.